want to say something?
Hey everyone, I got birthday boy with me.
Hi guys.
Let me just do my quick intro and then, oh man, we waited 5 months for that. All right, I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary, live stream, post game. I know you guys are frustrated. I'm gonna try and get to all of your comments. 3-0 loss to the Minnesota Wild. Sean, it's your 19th birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
So, just your thoughts on the game.
I mean, that was frustrating to watch. It never felt like we were really in it. It never felt like we got our timing right. It just felt like we were smothered the whole time. And that too many men penalty at the end of the first period, it might have killed us. It might have changed the whole momentum. Who knows what happens if we score there? It's 1-1 going in the first intermission. The boys are feeling good, but I don't know. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm frustrated. You know, costly penalties. Tanner Pearson did not have a good game. Brandon Sutter did not have a good game. I can talk about lineup changes in a little while, but yeah, I just the penalties were bad, and the Minnesota Wild defense. We've heard how stifling it is. They're
tough.
They kind of showed it. But I want to keep this happy for you. So I see a lot of people greeting you happy birthday. I'm probably way behind in the comments, but maybe you can just read them. Sure. Wow, so someone said happy birthday from Austria. No, don't go to the top. It'll take forever.
Thank you. So thank you for waking up, and hopefully you watched the game.
Yeah,
actually,
so
maybe you didn't watch the game. That's better.
Steel Dog says happy birthday, kid. Happy birthday, Sean from Apparently. So yeah, you guys, I know some of you put a bunch of happy birthdays up in the comments, but there's already a lot of comments. I'm going to try and get through all of them. So if you want to say a happy birthday to Sean right now, I'm not going to keep him that long because Fernanda's over, our family's over. We got to clean up. We had family over all day. But if you want to ask Sean any questions, let's keep Sean for the next 5 to 7 minutes. At the 10-minute mark, we will let Sean go. Okay, so can you do 6-7 more minutes?
I'll try my best.
I know you want it to be. Okay, so
appreciate it.
So from now on, and I'll go through all of your comments later. Right now, starting now, we're gonna let Sean answer the next 7 minutes of questions. So if you have any questions for Sean, fire away. Starting now. Nux and Boat says, "Happy birthday, Sean! Don't worry, we'll do a Katy Perry on this one."
Do a Katy Perry.
He really likes this Roaring Thunder mashup of the Imagine Dragons and Katy Perry, and he brings it up every day. No problem. Elfriend, Sean, what was it like being featured in the NHL commercial?
It was so when we filmed that, we thought we were just going into the games, but waking up in the morning and seeing us on the NHL Instagram page, that was pretty cool. I got some buddies that told me about it. So that was really cool. I liked it.
Nahal says, "What did you think about Brock Besser?"
I thought he was awesome. I thought he looked strong. I thought he looked sharp. I would say he was probably our best player here. He kind of lived up to the hype from training camp.
Yeah.
And I made this point. I said, why not give him a shot with Miller and Pettersson? He's our best player, so why not reward that, you know? But
yeah,
maybe next game.
So remember, I'll just do questions for Sean right now. Someone said, "What was your opinion of Markey?"
First goal was a little soft, not the happiest with it, but I think after that he probably saved 3 or 4 goals easily where the boys in front of him didn't really do much, but he did what Markey does, so can't really blame the whole thing on him.
Let's switch so I can read the comments here.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Vader says, "Happy birthday, Sean. What do you think should Virtanen replace a guy like Mott or Sutter?"
I think so. I'd like to see Virtanen in for Sutter. I understand kind of sitting him for this first game. He's a little unpredictable, but we need speed. We need a difference maker, and I really hope he gets a spot next game.
Quattrob, unfortunately, says at this rate we won't be seeing any goal celebration videos because we didn't score.
Who knows? Or useless footage.
Bronze Kodiak says, "What'd you think of Michael Furlan?"
He was good. I'm glad he didn't get concussed after the first fight, but I mean, I'm glad to see him back, and hopefully he gets sharper as the games go on.
Daniel says, "Sorry for my French, but what was the penalty on Furlan? How the other guy grabbed onto his stick." Happy birthday, Sean. Hope you had a good one.
Thank you.
What'd you think of that exchange on the bench?
That was crazy. It was a pretty intense spear from Furlan, and you never want to say it's warranted. But I mean, come on, what are you supposed to do? You're getting your stick wrapped from the bench.
So remember I told you Nuts and Bolts always suggest this mashup, Roaring Thunder, Imagine Dragons, and he types in all caps. So Dexter's caught on to it. He says, Ferlin unleashes Roaring Thunder on Foligno. Very good, Dexter.
I like it.
That was very good. Now, Sean, what did you think of Petey getting tied up with Dumba every shift?
I mean, I guess that's the matchup Minnesota wants. PD had it tough. He wasn't getting anything easy, and I'm waiting for him to get that first goal, and I think it'll just get easier from there. But I think they talked about it in the intermission, how he reminds, BX has said how Pedersen reminds him of the Sedins, just getting roughed up every playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Jamie says, hey, Clay and Sean, how's it going with you guys?
Good. How are
Jamie
you?
Sports, I'm great. Thanks for asking. Or not, thanks for asking. Lucas, Sean, what was your first drink since you're legal? Well,
Since I was legal.
yeah, not
My-
before today. Today, what was your first drink?
My first drink today was a rum and coke. I went to the liquor store today and bought a thing of Bacardi.
And you got ID'd, right?
I got ID'd, and it was funny. The clerk had no idea it was August, so she was about to kick me out, thinking it wasn't August yet. But
Not that we condone drinking. Lucas also said, what's your opinion on the team in the regular season?
the Canucks?
Yeah. No.
I mean,
Toronto.
they did better than I thought they would. I mean, they would have made the playoffs, hopefully. Who knows what would have happened before COVID, but I like them a lot. I think we have good things coming up.
And what was your favorite moment of the series?
Favorite moment?
Favorite moment of the season.
Favorite moment of the season? I have no clue. You want to answer that one for me?
How about Sedin's retirement?
That was a good one. I mean, I thought they were talking about the team, but Sedin's retirement's a good one.
Nahal says, do you think we'll win the series?
I think so. I think it'll go to 5 though, so 3-2.
Oh, no, there's lots here. Alfred, Sean, PD will be the Wild's target. If you were PD, what would you do to fight through for the next few games?
Well, I think PD is a lot better athlete, probably a lot more experienced than me, but I think you just gotta keep your head down and work.
I think you weigh more than him.
I think so. I think he'd throttle me if we fought.
Do you think I weigh more than him?
I think he'd double his weight, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's just wait for the right bounce, wait for the right moment.
Jamie says, happy birthday to Sean.
Thank you, Jamie.
Future president of WCB says, I changed my red light for nothing. Don't worry, it'll go off the next game.
The Budweiser.
Real Stret, Alex Taylor with the biggest dive I've seen. You thought he stove too when Pearson.
I thought he dove. I thought at first I thought he made a big thing of it, but you did kind of see a slash, and I don't know. You want to protect the goalies, I guess.
Dexter Ferlin should not have retaliated. So stupid on the polling.
I think so, but also you never know if something would have get called if he didn't do anything.
Vader, I honestly want to see Ferlin on the second line, Pearson on the third.
That'd be interesting.
Edmund, happy birthday, Sean. I was really frustrated with tonight's game. I thought the Canucks were still out of sync, but yeah, it's been a while to have this feeling.
Thank
Agreed.
you for the greeting, and yeah, they just looked a half second slow today.
Steel Dog held my breath when Ferlin was throwing punches.
Me too. I was scared.
El Chino, bring Jake and Zach in, Roussel and Mott out. Thought Mott was okay.
I thought he was okay. He never did anything that made me want to hate him.
Edmund says, I want to see Vertanen back in lineup. Nahal says, I was so excited for this game and now I'm just mad. How are you feeling?
I'm frustrated. I mean, when the schedule came out and I saw it's on my birthday, I expected a big win, but
Coach Rob says, should I order my Lafreniere jersey yet? That's a question.
no,
Yeah.
it's not in the odds.
Harshen, Ferlin needs to be on PD's line and replaced with Miller.
He's kind of a wrecking ball, but I don't know if he has kind of the hands or the kind of, not the IQ, but just being able to play with that line.
Costa says Miller, Pedersen, Besser, Pearson, Horvat, Toffoli, Ferlin, Gaudette, Vertanen, Mott, Beagle, Roussel. We need speed and toughness. Minnesota has that. It showed, by the way. Happy birthday.
Thank you for the happy beating, and I like those lines.
So he basically said Vertanen in, and then
For
Sutter
Sutter.
out, and Roussel drops.
Yep.
Nuts and bolts. Hey, Clay, that opening video would be epic if they had used the wordings of the Vancouver Canucks opening video 2014. So not only does Nuts and bolts like this mashup between Imagine Dragons and Katy Perry, he also really loves the 2014 opening video for the Vancouver Canucks. And again, all caps, as you can see.
Hey, he's excited.
Very emphatic. Rios, Thomas Drance, the Canucks last recorded shot and goal with 11:30 remaining in the third period.
That's not good.
That is not good at all. Jamie says, don't worry, guys. We'll win the next game. That sounds good. Who's your favorite Canuck current?
Bo Horvat.
Idris says,
sure.
oh yeah, turn around. Oh no, they can tell. Yeah,
You
sorry.
can, you know.
That was from Philip. Idris says, I thought we played well tonight, but I think we'll be a lot better next game.
I think so. I think it's a wake up call.
Logan says, Sean, how big of a difference do you think Levo would have made to the series? I just remembered him and got sad and pissed.
I know we were actually at the game when his knee went out on him. So it's hard to tell how much of a difference he would have had, but I mean he'd be in the roster, so might have made a difference.
Okay, we'll do this fast and then we'll let you go.
Sounds good.
Mr. Pucker says, happy birthday, Sean.
Thank you.
Jamie says that was a good fight tonight. The Furlan fight.
Yeah, Furlan fight. I hope I'm not talking about the team's fight.
Steel Dog says Furlan might get a talking from the NHL on that spear in the mini bench.
That's gonna be replayed a lot, I think.
Nahal Pearson seemed a bit careless with his penalties.
Yeah, he didn't play very well.
Professor Dogwood, these guys look like a lousy bantam team who need to switch back to wooden sticks.
At least not talking about us.
Geez, take a pass, boys, meaning receive a pass. Harshan Myers pisses me off. He had a few giveaways.
He had a few giveaways, and he's kind of flat-footed sometimes.
Edmund, I love you're still positive on your birthday, even though the Canucks lost. I also was born in August.
Hey, happy upcoming birthday.
Philip, what do you think of the opening movie? What did you think of the opening movie? Which one? Which one, Philip? They didn't show an opening movie tonight. At least at the Canucks game.
That's
Philip,
all
get
right.
back to me. Christopher, hi, I hope you and your family are doing well, even though the Canucks sucked.
Thanks, we're doing fine, but we're kind of annoyed right now.
Dexter, so many stupid penalties. Furlan, Pearson times two, too many men. Edler, Myers. Matt, I hope Green figures out a better forecheck structure against their defense. 0 time and space.
Minnesota's forecheck is crazy.
Leo, this is a very frustrating game. Wild executed their gameplay well, and we didn't attack the high danger area enough.
Yeah, too much perimeter in the offensive zone.
All right. Thank you. That was 10 minutes, 12 minutes. We'll let you go.
That was fun. Thanks, guys.
So what do you want to say to all these people?
I don't know. It's been a good 19th birthday despite the fat L today, but hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are safe. Enjoy the playoffs. It feels good to have hockey back. So, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, thanks for the wishes. It means a lot. And yeah, just have a good night. Enjoy the rest of hockey. You want to sit back?
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for staying. I think if the Canucks had won, he would have stayed longer, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to go all the way back to the top. I'm going to try not to rush. I'm going to see how we do. Hold on, I'm just going to turn the fan on because I'm very sweaty. I was yelling all game. Get me set. Oh, while we're doing that, you can look at all of Sean's pictures. That's 19 years of Sean there. I needed to get the fan going. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. I know many of you are frustrated. I was very frustrated as well. That was tough to watch, and we were so excited, right? After 5 months of waiting. So I know there are a lot of comments. I'm going to try my best to get to all of them. I know that a lot of them have the same theme. So unlike a regular one, I might not be able to, because I think we'll be here all night, I might not be able to respond to every single comment, especially if there are similar themes, but I'll do my best to acknowledge every comment, of course, and if I've answered it already, then so be it. If you're on Twitter, you saw that I do intermission reflections as well. So in my first intermission reflection, I basically said that Markstrom, I didn't like that first goal on the power play, but I thought he settled down really, really well after that. And then same with the team. I didn't like the way the team started the first 5 or 6 minutes, but I thought that they settled down really well as well. And they outshot the Wild 12-10 in the first period. So I actually was fine with the first period. I was actually okay with the second period as well, because again, we outshot them by 2, 10-8 in the second period, but it was once again a power play that, or a penalty kill, a failed penalty kill that let us down. The one thing though, Sean kind of mentioned that, it was so true. The game could have looked a lot different if we had not taken that too many men penalty. And I looked at what happened there, and obviously there was a delayed penalty in Minnesota, it looked like Markstrom didn't know. So I don't know why the guys didn't yell at him to come to the bench. Like, he just seemed out of it. And then by the time he was getting to the bench, even before that, at least one, if not two or three Canucks players jumped on the ice. That is really, really poor bench management. Because usually you don't jump on until the coach says, go Miller or go Toffoli or whatever. So that was really weak. And even if that happens, you're supposed to have a designated guy that jumps on. So I'm not sure what happened there. And imagine if we had got that power play, and imagine if we had scored and we go into the intermission 1-1 instead of 1-0. So that was very frustrating. And the third period, very, very frustrating. We didn't get any good looks at the Minnesota, net. What were the final shots were 31-28. That means we only got 4 shots on goal in the third period, whereas Minnesota had, what they have? They had 12. They outshot us. It must have been 11-4 or something in the third period, which is brutal. They went 2 for 4. We went 0 for 1. We had 27 minutes in penalties. They only had 11. We out hit them 40-28, which was pretty good. But aside from that, it was pretty rough going. I'm just looking at some of the ice times. Yeah, Besser had 18, 19. I think maybe he looked the best. He looked like he only had 1 shot on goal, but he looked the best out there. Sutter had 3 shots on goal, believe it or not. And then, 7 hits for Mott, 5 hits for Pearson, Toffoli, and Ferland each. That seems kind of generous, but still, that's pretty good. And then both Edler and Myers had 4 hits each. And then a lot of shots from our blue line, 2, 4, 4, 10. 17 shots on net from our blue line, so more than half. Fantenberg, all of them had at least 2 shots, and then Tanev and Edler had 4 shots on net. So you can't argue with Markstrom's game. He only let in 2, right? He didn't let in the empty netter, and they're both power play goals. Sure, you didn't like that first one, but he made a lot of good saves as well. But yes, very frustrating not to create more chances in the third period for sure. Okay, thanks to everyone. There are already 70 people watching, which is pretty awesome. I'll do my intro now, just very, very quickly, and then we'll get right to your questions and comments. I already talked about who I am, Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. And I thank you. I always say, whether you're in Richmond, like I am in Steveston area, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, across the world. I know there's at least one person watching from Austria, which is really, really cool. Some people watching from throughout the United States. I appreciate you. I know you could be doing anything else, watching someone else's stream, going for a walk, having a drink, doing whatever you want, and I really appreciate that you take the time to be here. So as I always say, if you want to subscribe to me, if you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it. And I do daily Canucks. Oh, China, awesome. Shay. Oh, Shay, that's awesome. And I know you're part of my hockey pool. Nice to see you, Shay. That's great. If you want to subscribe, if you're not already, that's wonderful. And if you want to hit the like button, I just saw it jump from 17 to 21. I appreciate that as well. So let's say, we're going for 18 minutes already. I want to make this worth your while, but I don't want to be here all night because, so let's say that I'm going to land this between 45 and 60 minutes. And I think that's fair. Okay, so thanks again, everyone, for watching. And I'm going to get to some of the comments. Denny's from Minnesota. Oh, interesting. Okay, I better go in order. So and I know a lot of you have been leaving comments as up to 20, 25 minutes ago. And again, I apologize if I don't answer your question perfectly, but if it's something that I've already talked about, we will see. I'll just refer to it. Alfred, hey Clay, Canucks have to stay out of penalty trouble, especially taking penalties at the wrong time. Amen. Ryan says, Clay, can't sit Jake any longer. We need his speed and led the team in hits. I think there's a mistake sitting him. Yep, I could see Virtanen getting in. I really could, just to have a different lineup, create more pressure on the forecheck. I don't know if Brandon Sutter did much to help, and I don't know who the penalty killers were on both of those goals, but penalty killing wasn't the best. So maybe it's Jake that comes in for a Sutter. Rob says, too many penalties. I agree. Justin says, I texted you, Clay. Yeah, I got it, Justin. Thank you. I'm falling asleep in Texas. Happy birthday, Sean. Thank you. Matt, such a frustrating game. Philip, go Canucks, go. Steel Dog says, very frustrating, Matt. Rio says, good game. Nahal says, hey, Clay. Why are all the goalies we face aliens? They play so good against us. I feel so frustrated that we didn't even score 1 goal. Yep. We have an uncanny ability to make the opposing goalie look amazing. Steel Dog, 2 goalies Markey should have had. Yeah, the first one he should have had for sure. The second one, that's a hard play because you're expecting Edler to, if the defenseman goes down, You're expecting Edler to block it, as BX has said. So that if you don't think you have to worry about the bottom half, that's why Markstrom was kind of peering, and that's why he wasn't down. That's why there was a big gap between his legs because he thought Edler would cover it. So I don't blame Markstrom on the second goal, but the first goal, yeah, he should have had that. Now, who was your MVP of the game? I thought Brock Besser looked fabulous. I really did, and that's why Sean and I were talking about he should have got a look with Pedersen and Miller, I think, in the third period. Matt, Canucks got to figure out how to break the Wild's defensive structure. Yes, they need more. They need harder forechecking. If they're going to dump and chase, they got to pound some guys in the boards, and that's where Jake could help. Dexter, what a garbage game, embarrassing. Nahal, who do you think will win the series? Man, I was saying Canucks in 4. That's going to be tough, but I still think the Canucks can win, and I want them to win. Matt Staylock, MVP. Nux, I'm done. I'm really mad right now. I am too. I'm just trying to compose myself as I talk to you guys right now. Nahal, Besser played really good. That was a positive from this game. Yep, I agree with you. George says it's just one game. Chill out. HSN fan girl, hi Clay. Cannot believe we got shut out. Ugh. Yep. Slapshot hockey. Wow. Hey, Slapshot. Nux, wise for Tannen cut. He might get in the next game. Dexter, so many stupid penalties. Terrible PK. Terrible PP. No slot chances. All perimeter. Markstrom choked the first goal. Pearson is brain dead. Yeah, so Dexter seems a little frustrated. Steel Dog says Vancouver will regroup. I agree. Nux says take out Roussel and put in Jake. Yeah, Roussel, he didn't do anything tonight. He seemed a little undisciplined and just kind of all over the place. And if he's not going to kill penalties, then he is expendable. Well, we're up to 80 people now. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. HSN Fangirl Gaming. At least Besser, Pedersen, and Hughes had a good game. Yeah, they were okay. I thought Pedersen was Pedersen. I just combined them. I thought Besser was the best. Will, I guess the offense just wasn't there. Yep. Future president of WCB. Wow. Slapshot says BS. Nahal says our offense is having so much trouble generating offense. I'm so mad. Nahal's hurting right now. Rob says happy birthday to Sean. Thank you. Dan Quarterman, that was god awful. Not a chance in hell. Steel Dog, Jake's speed and shot would help. Rio says happy birthday, Sean. Yep. Matt says some really dumb penalties. I don't know what Pearson was taking this game. Yeah, Pearson was really bad. He's got to play better than that as a playoff veteran, Stanley Cup champion. Pedersen was manhandled. Green is a goof. Toffoli with Miller and Pedersen. What? Vandenberg, Myers, no Vertanen. He would rather play Sutter. So Dexter's not happy. I think a lot of you guys aren't happy. Alfred, happy birthday. Okay, so the bunch of Sean. Happy birthday, Sean. Thank you. Not the best result I'd like to see. Happy birthday. Yes, yes, yes. Man, I hate Matt. Nuck says, man, I hate Matt Dumba. He keeps on checking PD, man. It's frustrating. Yeah, that was interesting because I admired Dumba for what he said yesterday, his wonderful speech before the Chicago-Edmonton game, and then I was definitely cheering against him and his team. Him, the player, not him, the person tonight. He's a good player. He's a good player. Matthew, British Sean. Rios, bro, the Wild only need to win 2 more games and it's over. Yeah, whoever won tonight would only have to win the next 2, that's for sure. Nihal says, I want the lotto line. Yep. Canada, Green was out-coached from the start of the game. Yeah, it wasn't Green's best game for sure. Vader says that was the worst birthday present for Sean. Bronze Cody, happy birthday, Sean. We'll be back, says Lucas. Rust was a major problem from what I saw. Yeah, but both teams were in the same boat. Arjun says that too many men penalties sucked the air out of the room. I agree. Braun says Ferland played pretty hard. Yep, Moritz says happy birthday, good morning from Austria. Thank you, Moritz, for being here. That's awesome. Okay, then but happy birthday, kid. Go Canucks, go. Very aggressive game. Nice to see Fur Daddy back. I agree with all you guys. Rios, we have to deal for at least 2 more games. This is going to be hard. Not if we light them up on Tuesday. I'll be bowling for the first period, then I'll rush home and watch the second and third. Then live stream, of course. Vader, I'm starting to lean towards the Fire Green train. Nah, don't panic after 1 game. Future president, happy birthday. 1 goal in the last 2 games. I'm now concerned. We need to get our offense going. Okay, and then, let's keep on going. RVTBC, happy birthday. Next game, McHugh and JV and Mott. Mott at least had effort. Beagle and Sutter added 0. So might as well switch the lineup and get some speed and size. Yeah, but you need Beagle. You need a 4th center. You can't just go with, although Miller can play center, I think you need one of Beagle or Sutter, and I'd keep Beagle in. Dexter, Pearson is one of the softest players in the Canucks, been saying it for a while. Rarely forechecks hard and puts minimal effort in. 2 dumb penalties tonight. Yeah. If I'd say Besser was our best forward, I'd say Pearson was one of our worst. Canada, who comes out next game? I think it's going to be Sutter that comes out. Joshua, I'm a fan of the Canucks forever. Although I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's hard to stay up late to watch them, but I hope they do better next game. But win or lose, I will always support. Awesome, Joshua. Thanks for watching from Pittsburgh. Yeah, and you guys are 3 hours ahead. It's 1:30 in the morning there. So thanks for being on this thing. Nuts and bolts. Happy birthday, Sean. Don't worry, we'll do a Katy Perry. Okay, so then it was all the questions to Sean. So I'm going to skip. Thank you for all those great questions to Sean. I was grateful that he joined us, and I'm grateful that we're over 80 people now on the stream. That's awesome. Hey, tell your friends if anyone is hanging out on YouTube or Twitter or at your house or whatever, and you want to text them and tell them to look up Canuck Clay on YouTube, and I would love to have them on the stream. Okay, so a bunch of comments that Sean was able to answer, so I'm gonna skip all the way to. All right, so this is where we got to. Okay. This is where we got to. Nahal, Myers, and Pearson were just so annoying. I like them, but I'm just so annoyed with them right now. Yes, a lot of people are mad. Christopher, the only good players for the Canucks tonight were Michael Furler and Tyler Mott, and Markstrom was decent but not great. Yeah, and I would add Brock Besser to that list. Costas, I don't know why people don't like Myers today. He played pretty good. He was okay. There were a couple giveaways where I think he did something that broke up. That negated a rush from our team, or a good breakout. He wasn't the worst player, but he certainly wasn't the best. Steel Dog says, enjoy your day, Sean. Nahal says, Green is dumb too. Willie says, Green should be fired if he doesn't play Virtanen. We'll see if Jake gets in. Slapshot, Roussel took a dumb penalty at the end. Yeah, thankfully that didn't put us shorthanded. It was just a 10-minute misconduct, but he's just trying to stir stuff up, I think. Nuts and bolts. Yes, Clay, you know those words from 2014 are relevant at this time. Yeah, I'll have to take your word for it, nuts and bolts. I remember watching it when you told me to, but I can't remember it right at this present moment, but that's okay. Boy, you guys have a lot of comments tonight. That's good. Okay, where are we? Okay, here. Daniel says, I think the fourth line should be Sean, Clay, and Jacob. In hockey, that line would suck because none of us are really good skaters. I'm the best skaters of the three of us, and that's not saying much. I think I'd bring the size, and I'd bring the smarts, the experience. Sean would bring the best physical attributes, a nice combination. He's very aggressive, whether it's basketball, football, ultimate, softball. Sean's are very aggressive, and Jake's just lightning fast speed, very quick. So I think we'd make a great fourth line. We'd just be very slow. But if we somehow were able to use my experience and girth, Sean's aggressiveness, and Jake has good speed. He's just not skating. We'd have a chance. But thank you. Stream conked out. Okay, we're back. And now we just lost a bunch of people, unfortunately, I think, when we froze, but that's okay. Hopefully more will come back. Harshan, Ferland did hit, but nowhere close to the 2015 playoffs. Yeah, but maybe he'll get to that for sure. That third line was just okay tonight. Idris, I would like to see Brock Besser get more shots. Yeah, he was buzzing, but he needs to shoot more for sure. Christopher, hey Clay, who do you think will rally the Canucks forward in game 2? I think it'll be one of their big guns. I think it'll be Pettersson, Miller, or maybe Besser. Jamie, happy birthday to you, Sean. Enjoy being 19. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jamie. Steel Dog says Clay's Couch Corner. Yes, there's Clay's Canucks commentary, Clay's Corner, Clay's Car, Canucks commentary, and now I've been streaming from my couch recently. Also where I do a lot of my Zoom chats. Christopher, Minnesota should have had more penalties called. The refs totally favored Minnesota or Vancouver. Yeah, I was actually surprised that we did not get more calls for us. I agree. Christopher says, thoughts on the Montreal upset of Pittsburgh last night? Yeah, that was a close game, but Montreal won in OT. And best of 5 series, it's going to be very tricky for any team to come back from losing the first game. So that was a bigger upset than tonight's upset when you look at the actual seeding 5 versus 12. Rios, all the underdog teams are winning. Canadians, Wild, Hawks, Blue Jackets, and maybe Coyotes. Yeah, if you call it underdog by lower seed, that is indeed the case. Ryan, Jake has to play game 2. I don't know how you play with the same lineup. I would agree with you, Ryan. Professor Dogwood, Minnesota really took the fans out of the game quickly. I mean, Ferlin wanted to energize them, but it just didn't work. Yeah, those fans were really quiet today. They sat so still. Tyson, that game was frustrating. Yep. Nahal, our defense was lazy. I thought they were okay because remember their goals were on power plays. Nuts and Bolt says, you mean Clay's comfy couch corner? Yeah, it's very comfy, as you guys know. Whoops, I almost wasn't able to get up there. And I like that you continue to type in all caps. Costas, Ferlin, Pedersen, Besser, Miller, Horvat, Vertanen, Pearson, Gaudette, Toffoli, Mott, Beagle, McEwen. Okay, that's spreading out the scores across all three. Interesting. Could be good luck. Edmund, I still thought Besser played well, and I think Green should bring the Lotto line back. Agree with you on both counts. Harshan, we were sloppy. We were. Jamie, hey Clay, I want to let you know that I've Zoom now. I'd love to add you on Zoom. That's fine, Jamie. Zoom doesn't really work with it's not really account names though, because you don't really go there and instant message or anything. Zoom uses more links, and you use your name once you get in there. But yeah, I'll take a look at that. But I'm never on Zoom, Jamie, just for the heck of it. Dexter, typical Edler trying to play goalie. Yeah, not good at all. Steel Dog, brain dead actually on the first penalty. Brain dead. Who was that? That must have been. Who was our first penalty against? Was it Edler? I can't remember. Was it Edler who took the first penalty when they scored? It was Edler. Okay, thanks, Dexter. I appreciate that. Outshot, I don't think it matters as much as how many quality shots. Most of the shots were at the point and from the side perimeter. If you're talking about Minnesota, yeah, we did a pretty good job of limiting them as well. They didn't have a lot of point-blank chances. Shea Pearson looked particularly off that game. I agree with you, Shea. Nahal, our sloppiness is hard to watch. It hurt me inside. Yeah, especially because we were so excited, right? Matt wants faster outlet passes. Costas, Edler, Myers, Hughes, Tanev, Fantenberg, Rafferty. Yeah, so that means you don't like Stetcher, Costas. Rob, did I hear you say you're going to live stream all night? No, Rob, you did not hear that. Edmund, I thought Fantenberg wasn't great. He was okay. Nuts and bolts, I'm waiting for JT Miller to let the Jonathan out, a.k.a. John Wick. Whatever that means, okay. Professor Dogwood, I'm fine with perimeter passes, provided you control the puck longer and move it to the slot when the defense expands too far. Yeah, it's a tricky balance, right? You can do perimeter passes, but you got to really capitalize on those, chances to move the puck inside. That's a really, really good point. Middle of the ice was clogged. Steel Dog, I agree. Denny, Fiala scores. Minnesota defense, that's a win. Yeah, that was the formula tonight. Professor Dogwood, you have to actually make the passes first, though. Yep. Shay's in China. Thank you, Shay. Danny, I'm in Minnesota. Oh, Denny. Okay. Does that mean you're a Wild fan, though, or a Canucks fan? Philip says the zombie opening movie. Yes. Oh, did they play it on TV? I do like that one. Danielle, do you think Ferlin will get suspended for a spear on the Minnesota player? I don't think he will. Rob, how many are in your hockey pool? I got to summarize that tomorrow. I have all the things in a spreadsheet. I think there's over 24, or close to 24, I think, Rob. But I'll be sending out that spreadsheet tomorrow. Tyson, I hope Canucks play better next game. Me too, Tyson. ALTR _H, maybe that's Ultra H. Do you think Canucks can win this? They look slow, and the Wild just played their game so well. I actually don't think the Canucks look slow at all. I thought the Canucks were quite fast in the first two periods, and their effort was there, but Minnesota just plays a very, very stifling style for sure. Paul, hey Clay, what do you think about Toffoli's game tonight with 0 shots? Do you think Jake or McEwen has a shot at a spot next game? I think Jake will over Zach, but it won't be because of Toffoli. It'll be in the bottom 6 for sure. I thought Toffoli was not very visible, and I would love to see Besser play with Pedersen and Miller for the third period. Michael, it's just game 1. We can still take the Wild down. I like that optimism. Nuts and bolts. Minnie is really going after PD. Van should go after Fiala to even know. Yeah, well, you can play hard and hit them hard, but as long as you don't think stupid. Professor Dogwood, problem with Jake is they need to try to shape him into something else. I fear the only reason he will improve as a player is with a trade. That could be a possibility. Jesse, Pearson was brutal tonight. I think we had some bright spots, but couldn't finish though. Yep, I agree. Spoopser, the rest were pathetic. Yeah, but we can't blame them for the loss. MT Travel, Stalock was the best. He was good. Professor Dogwood, refs are always pathetic. Get over it. Matt, I was just about to say Brock looked great, Clay. Well, Matt, you and I, great minds think alike. Denny says Stalock was 11-4 last 15 with 930 save percentage. Those are good numbers. Minnesota played well. Minnesota played well after their coaching change. Rios, Besser needs to move on the first line. and the first power play. I would not disagree. Matt, if you're looking for positives, yes, Brock did look good. Steven, do we need Sly 111? Hey, nice to see you, Steven. Do we need Roussel and Ferland in the same lineup? Yeah, I thought Roussel was pretty ineffective today. So, but people were excited about that Roussel, Gaudette, Ferland line. Edmund, hate doing this, but I'm currently at work at the moment, so I have to take off early. Glad you're here, Edmund. That's awesome. Enjoy the rest of your shift. Denny, get used to it. Minnesota sweep. Oh, Jared, Clay, thoughts on the forecheck for 60 minutes? Non-existent in the third, my opinion. I had the Canucks sweeping the Wild. How effective will Virtanen be? He's so unstable. Yeah, a lot of good points there. Virtanen is a bit of a wild card, truly. And I thought the forecheck, I thought they were fine for the first 40 minutes. I thought they ran out of gas. And remember, Minnesota's up 2-0, so they can even play more attention on defense. So that already a stingy defense became even tougher to play against in the third period. MT travel, that was light work for us. I'm not sure what that was referring to. Sorry, MT. Oh, I think you're a Minnesota fan as well. Professor, I found they gave up pucks too easily too. Very scared to battle on the boards. I thought it was okay. Jesse thought Mott was definitely one of our best players. Yeah, I like Mott. Brock says put Virtanen and McEwen in. I think you're going to see one or the other, not both. I've said that before. Denny, Eriksson Ekline shut down the big boys. Yeah, you know, Eriksson Ekline didn't have to score. Well, no one scored at even strength except for the empty net goal. But yeah, Eriksson Ekline was good. Captain, refs are dumb. Minnesota had 4 power plays and we had 1. That's a joke. Yeah, it wasn't the most. It should have been 4-2, but we had a brain fart. Brock, wouldn't be mad if we put Yolevi in instead of Fansberg. Yeah, I don't think they're going to put Yolevi in to start his first game in the playoffs. Empty travel, Denny, yes. Emmett Paul, JT Miller looked horrible. I thought he was okay. I thought Miller was okay. Didn't really hit the net well tonight. Spoopster, refs are very biased this game for sure. Yeah, that's hard to say. I wouldn't blame the refs. We got to create our chances. Diener, man, I'm just pissed. Hey, Diener, I didn't hear Gaudette's name once today. You know, that's a great point. And then Gaudette, the only time I heard Gaudette's name was, remember there was like 2 minutes left. I think it was the second power play unit. And instead of shooting, he tried to do a fancy pass across the slot, and then it hit the boards and went out. Not the best play by Gaudette. Yeah, he didn't have a best game. Brock says Gaudette plays too much Call of Duty. I wouldn't know. Danielle says Ferland could be suspended for a spear. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope not. We'll see what happens with that. Stamp Me says, oh, I just skipped a bunch of. Horvat is one lazy hockey player. Strip the C off him, give it to Pedersen or Miller, insert Virtanen, remove Stetcher. There's a lot there, but no, I like Horvat. I wouldn't call him lazy at all. I think he gives his best effort all the time. Dexter, I tell my grandparents that they should stop by your stream whenever you're streaming. They just laugh. Well, if they're hockey fans, invite them on, Dexter. Harshin, Myers is always going to give up the puck. He's done it every game. Idris, I love Besser's play. Pearson did not play well. I think we should put Virtanen in for Roussel and McEwen in for Sutter. Yeah, I'm seeing a bit of that. I just don't think you put Virtanen and McEwen in the same game. Dexter, the Canucks need some motivation. Get nuts and bolts in the locker room. He would be good. Daniel, $5. Thank you, Daniel. Well, I'm going to cry myself to sleep with my son, so have a good night. Awesome job. Daniel, thanks again for always stopping by and for the generous donations all the time. I appreciate that very much. MT Travel, I'm a Wild fan, but I think the Canucks will bounce back, but their lack of playoff experience got in this one. That's fair. Harsh and Pearson will bounce back. I hope so. Neil, Canucks were good 5-on-5. Would like to see Ferland on line with Pedersen. Yeah, we'll see what he could do. Open up some space for sure. Harsh and JT Miller carrying the bad playoff luck from Tampa. I'm not going to blame JT Miller for the one game. Matt, everyone needs to bounce back. Yeah, that's true, because we didn't score a goal. Nux, Ferland should play with PD to protect him from getting jumped every shift. That would make a difference. Jesse, do you think Virtanen gets the next game? If so, for who? If he does, it'll be for Sutter. Manpreet, so frustrating. I agree. Nux, why can't we tap Fiala like Dumba ties up PD? Because we don't have a number one D-man as good as Dumba. Even though Dumba plays on their second pairing, right? There's still Suter and Spurgeon. But we don't have a player like Dumba. And that's why we can't. Nux, why don't the Canucks do that? Because I don't think they have the personnel. Minnesota's fourth line is better than Vancouver's third line. Yeah, Denny, I do like Minnesota's bottom six a lot. Better than ours for sure. Matt asked the same thing. Matt and I think alike a lot. Matt says, "Who's going to tie him up, Nux?" Will says, "JT doesn't look like the regular season JT. It's just one game. Not too worried yet." Rome, Wild played a great game. They got the Canucks off their game. They clogged up the blue line. Forced the Canucks to play more dump and chase. Hope Stalock doesn't get in the Canucks' head. Yeah, Canucks are going to have to be a lot more creative on offense next game. Nux says, Ferlin. I can't remember what that was about. Christopher, a bunch of mad emojis. Matt says, even Hughes looked off tonight. I really hope he comes back blazing. Yeah, Hughes, they knocked him off the puck a couple times. I thought he was okay. Kept a lot of plays alive in the offensive zone. Chris says their passing was terrible. Yeah, it wasn't great. Slap shot, poop. Dexter Edler talking about who's in the penalty box. Nux, I'm not even mad that Canucks lost. We will bounce back. The only thing I'm mad about is Petey getting jumped literally every second in the offensive zone. Yeah, so they're going to have to, hopefully they'll call more or the Canucks will just have to play tougher. Steel Dog, Canucks are 1-5 all time in the best of 5 series. Yikes, that's not good. Snap me, Horvat was so poor. Terrible leadership did zip. Snap me, not a Horvat fan. HSM Fangirl Gaming, at least Marie Huey sang the anthems. Yeah, she looked and sounded good. Too bad it went downhill from there. Christopher says, Clay, go for 12 hours. Oh, I don't think my voice can handle it. You hear him coughing already, and it's getting a little scratchy. Phillips, Costas, I don't know why people are saying Horvat was terrible today. He was okay. I think our worst player was Pearson and Miller. Yeah, Costas, I think it was just the only one person so far that's saying Horvat was bad. And of course, they're entitled to that opinion for sure. Philip says battery at 1 by. Thanks, Philip, for being here. Matt, Horvat had some turnovers and a little slow. Danny, I'm a Wild fan. Rome, which Canucks elected to pass the puck in the dying seconds of the second period instead of shooting? Might have been a different game if the Canucks headed in the third, tied 1-1. Yeah, I actually was running upstairs to get my live stream, my second period video going, and I just heard Sean yelling at the TV. Jamie, hey, Clay, I really think that Green should put in Jake in the next game. Yep, a lot of people saying that. Nux, if we play like this, game 2 and 3, it's over. Yeah, we got to play a little different. Costas Gaudet didn't do good at dance-offs. I think you mean face-offs today. Would you play Sutter at third line with Ferland and Vertan? No, I don't think Sutter's fast enough to play on that third line. So, no, I think... But a lot of time, Horvat takes the face-off for Gaudet, and then Gaudet jumps on, and Horvat jumps off. Matt, Horvat needs to crash the net. That's when he's at the best. That's true. When he's like a bull in a china shop, he's really good. Nux, Stalock isn't good. The Canucks made him look good. Yeah, Stalock's good, but he's not great. Rios, the Wild held Canucks top 6 forwards to 5 shots. That's not good. Unbelievable. Joseph King, Vertanen. Bronze, yeah, we need to find a way to get past their D. Enough said. Stat me, Horvat was terrible in every area. No hits, no back check, no awareness, no hustle, and a drop pass that gave the Wild a breakaway. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I'm going to change Stapney's mind, which is fine. Matt agrees with Stapney. So Matt and I actually disagree on this thing, which is fine. Dexter, Roussel and Sutter out for Vertanen and McEwen. Thoughts? I think one of Vertanen or McEwen will come in, but not both. Rios, do you think the Wild will keep up with the defending they did today? Yeah, that's the way they play. So it's up to the Canucks to do something else. Joseph likes, I agree with McEwen and Vertanen. Statme says to Matt, for real, he's a very mediocre player, terrible leader on the ice. So Stapney, not a Horvat fan again. Costas, Vertanen and Ferland in the same lineup will terrorize the Wild of healthy, bold. Will terrorize the Wild. Yes, it would be. I was against having Ferland and Vertanen at the same time, but maybe we're going to need to see that. Joseph, we need a whole team of Ferlands. Yes. Rob, do we still go with Jacob and go in game 2 or put Thatcher in? No, I wouldn't blame. Remember, Markstrom only led in 2, and one of them, I don't think it was his fault. It was Edler's fault. So you just don't like that first goal. No, I think they're gonna ride Jacob for sure. Joseph says strip the C. Hell no, I would agree with that. Dexter, and then there's Daniel again. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Have a good night with my son. So have a good night, Clay. You're doing an awesome job. Keep up the great work. Good work. Night, everyone. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it. Dexter, I never really liked Pearson. Okay. Stapney, Markstrom was fine. The team in front of him was the problem. Matt says someone has to create space for Petey. Yep. All the power plays don't help. Well, we had one and it wasn't good. Kevin, the Canucks scored as many goals as there were fans in the stands. That hurts, but it's true. Spoopster, the Canucks are a young team. Just take this game as a learning experience and come back ready next game. Yes, it'll be a true test of their character and resolve for sure. Dexter, I predicted Wild in 5. Don't get it twisted. I do not want that to happen, but I couldn't be biased. No, that's fair. Steel Dog, that was all BC screaming at Edler to shoot the puck in the second. Yes. Steel Dog, dying seconds of the second period. Jamie, hey Clay, this is for all of us Canucks fans. Don't worry, guys. Just our first playoff game. We win the next game. Again, don't worry, guys. Good attitude by Jamie. Remember, this isn't a playoff game. This is postseason. There's a difference. Whoever wins the qualifying rounds, they make it to the playoffs, because for the teams that do not win the qualifying series, they are deemed out of the playoffs, and that's important for conditional picks, for trades, and for a chance to get Alexis Lafreniere. Costas, Ferland, Pettersson, Virtanen, Miller, Horvat, Besser, Pearson, Gaudette, Toffoli, Mott, Beagle, Roussel. With those line, let's see if they touch Pettersson. Yeah, Virtanen and Ferland, they would hurt guys. Is there enough skill on there? Not so sure. Dexter, Green's lines were terrific. And then a big swearing thing. And Christian says, I'm just happy the Canucks play meaningful games, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. Okay, I've caught up. And we're exactly at the 45-minute mark. So I'll take 5 more minutes of questions or predictions. Now that I'm caught up, I can react a little sooner. A Steel Dog, maybe the top pick if we're out. There's a positive. Yeah, I don't want to think about that yet. Slapshot Hockey says poop again. Maybe you have to go to the washroom, but that's okay. I think that's the second or third time I've seen poop, but that's okay. Again, don't forget the next game is on Tuesday. Rio says, what did you predict for... Okay, Slapshot, that's enough poops. Thanks. Real's Dread says, what do you predict for game 2? Man, I predicted a 3-2 win for Vancouver tonight. I think it's going to go one of two ways. They're either going to open the floodgates a little bit and win 4-1, or they're going to lose again, like 3-1 or 2-1. But I'm going to go with a 4-1 Vancouver Canucks win. I don't know how I could predict 4 goals when they couldn't even score 1 today, but that's my prediction. JA says, let's riot. Nah. Cheyenne, do we need to shake up the lineups, bring someone, maybe Virtanen, and maybe give Besser a look on the top line? That's what I would do. But I'm not sure Travis is going to do that. Jamie, hey, Clay, do you think that they will be back in the ring? Oh, that Ray will be back in the ring. Oh, you're talking about wrestling stuff? Yeah, I think he will. Dexter, Pearson was whining like a little girl getting her shots. Well, I don't think all girls whine when they get shots. Slapshot, I'm stoked for game 2 of Calgary and Winnipeg. Yeah, we'll see. There's a rumor that Scheifele and Laine might be okay, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Dexter says on the second penalty, Pearson was whining like a little girl. Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Steel Dog says, thanks, Clay. Have a good night. Thank you, Steel Dog. Appreciate you being here. Daniel, wait, Canucks are going to win. You better believe it. I love it. Jared, Stetcher never showed up. Will he elevate? Yeah, I think he's not going to come out of the lineup right now, though. Costas, Canucks in 4. Love that optimism. Kai, what do you think the Canucks could have done better? I think they could have set it up better and been quicker on the puck. I thought their forecheck was fine in the first 2 periods. I think they needed to kill penalties, stay out of the box, and I think they needed to draw penalties a bit better. More shots too, and stay out. Create more traffic. He saw everything. Rome, I hope the Canucks will be more power play chances. Wild is so disciplined. Yeah, they are. They just seem like they're always like that kind of thing. They're boring, man. Costas, what do you think of Stetcher? I didn't think he played really good. I thought he's fine. Remember, he's a 3rd-line defenseman, 3rd pairing, so we shouldn't expect too much from him, actually. I thought he was okay. Rob, I think we'll see overtime in game 2, potentially. They'll just make my stream start later. Rios, do you know why the refs have been sketchy in all the games so far? Maybe they're a little rusty too. Dexter, only thing Minnie and Vancouver have in common is that they both destroyed their city. Oh, man. Idris, we need some energy for the Canucks, someone to motivate us to do great. Maybe I can do that for them. I should be the Canucks motivational speaker. What do you guys think of that? Idris, oh no, I just said that. Ryan Clay, I think what I would do is for the 3rd line, Ferland, Gaudette, Virtanen, and the 4th, Eriksson, Beagle, Roussel. Okay, so that means no. I thought Mott had a good game, though. Denny, good night. See you Tuesday. Denny, thanks for being here from Minnesota. Appreciate that. Jamie, hey, Clay, do you think the Canadian team will win the Cup if our Canucks lose? Best chance I thought was going to be Winnipeg until I saw those injuries yesterday. I don't think Edmonton or Calgary can do it, and I don't think Toronto or Montreal can do it. So I think it's going to be tough this year, Jamie. Dexter, Ferland Spirit, Hartman like a 1700s indigenous person speared their fish, not being racist. Okay, I'll take your word on that. Kevin, it is concerning that they have scored 1 goal in 2 games. Yeah, someone else brought that up as well. Lawrence, to be fair, I'm kind of worried about the Canucks after watching this game. I really hope we can make something out of this. I agree with you, Lawrence. And Costas, I want to see Besser and Toffoli on PP1 and Horvat on PP2. Yeah, you could have Miller take draws on PP1, and then you could have Horvat instead of Gaudette on PP2 taking draws. Yep, that could work as well. Although PP2 usually comes on, in the middle of a change as opposed to off a face-off. And then Dexter says, Toffoli made me mad. Rob says, thanks for the stream. This was the highlight of the night for me. Thank you, Rob. But, I appreciate your loyalty as always. Tyson, I'm surprised Montreal beat Pittsburgh. Me too. Nux, I want the first power play to be PD Miller, Besser, Toffoli, Quinn. That would be good. Jared, thoughts on Louis Eriksson? I think he's got an outside chance of getting the lineup, but I think Vertanen comes in before Eriksson, but we'll see. Jamie, hey Clay, what do you think about last night's playoff games? I think I answered that already. I said they're all very good and very intense. Maybe I didn't answer that, but yeah, I think they're all good games and very intense and some upsets as well. Okay, very good. We're at 50 minutes and I've caught up. So you can keep typing, but I'm not going to look at the chat box anymore. Thank you, everyone. We had some Minnesota fans on here. We had someone from Taiwan, I think it was. No, sorry, from, where's Moritz from? Austria. We had someone from Austria, someone from China today, throughout the United States, and from Vancouver, Canada, the Lower Mainland, of course. So thanks, everyone. I really appreciate you coming on. I appreciate my son Sean coming on his 19th birthday. I wish we could have celebrated better, but we had a really good day at home, had family over, hanging out, playing ping pong, playing cards, and having a lot of fun. And I hope that we have a lot more fun on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I'll be watching the game while I'm bowling for the first part of Tuesday, and then running home to catch the second, probably the third period, and then I will certainly jump onto YouTube at the conclusion of the game. So we'll see if we hear about different line combinations, line rushes. It's hard to get information out of the practices, right, in the bubble, but obviously the Canucks will have to get back to work tomorrow. And at least with the playoffs, we know that you only have to, or the postseason, you only have to wait one day, and then the game is the next day. So Tuesday, 7:45 is the next game. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you coming on here. I don't take any of you for granted, and I think we had a good time tonight. So if you want, before you go, if you want to subscribe, please do so. If you want to like this video, please do so. This will be rendered and processed and up tomorrow. Check out my vlogs from this week. I had a chat with Corey Hirsch on Thursday. I had a chat with Jillian Fisher on Friday. And then if you like non-Canuck stuff, I also put up a cover of a Hamilton song from the musical Hamilton called Helpless that I did with a couple of friends of mine. So it was a busy week and I had a good week, but I have to go back to work starting on Tuesday. But I'll be back tomorrow, some more thoughts after I sleep on this game, read some more stats, read some more quotes, and I'll be doing a vlog again tomorrow. So I will check out all your comments after I press end stream. But thanks for being here tonight. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. See you on Tuesday night. God bless, and go Canucks go.